Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. My name is Cam Brad, and since this is the very first episode of this series, we'll be covering some stuff that has happened in the past, but I just haven't had a chance to go over yet. So we'll be talking about LeBron's new move to Philly. We'll be talking about the WWE Unreal series on Netflix and how people complain about it breaking kayfabe. I'll also go over why being a sports fan is kind of like self-destruction. And then lastly, I'll finish off with a little rant about some things that I have been telling people I hate, but I might have convinced myself otherwise. So let's get right into it. LeBron James is now a Philadelphia 76er and is a Lakers fan and a LeBron fan. I'm not gonna lie to you, it really does hurt. When he first joined the Lakers in 2018, the summer of 2018, I thought it was so crazy because I was already a Lakers fan. So just seeing your favorite player join your favorite team isn't a crazy experience. Like, obviously I knew he wasn't gonna play there forever, play that much after he joined us, but we still got 7-8 years out of him. I think 7 years. So I was happy about that. And for us to be able to get one championship out of all those years, and no other team has gotten two in that same span. So to be one of those, I'm still grateful for it. When he left the Lakers, I wanted him to go to like the Cavs or the Heat just because he has story there. And for the 76ers, it's like he has nothing connected to him. So it's like, why are you going there? If he would have went to the Warriors, like there was rumblings about, I would have been more happy with that because obviously he was going to go to play with Curry, and seeing them play in the Olympics, they obviously like playing on the same team with each other. So you could make that argument that he was going to like fulfill just having fun, but still trying to win a ring if they went to the Warriors. That would have been fine. The two places that I heard that I would have hated was obviously the 76ers and the Timberwolves. Those two is just like strictly for basketball. You're going to win a championship, which is fine. He deserves that right, but I feel like he needs to think more about his legacy. Like, bro, you really are. He even said in his tweet that he's literally just going to ring chase basically, which, like I said, is fine. Everybody wants to win a championship, so there's nothing wrong with that. But at this stage of your career, when you are turning into that third option, second option, I feel like it has a different tone to it. Like, if you're a star player going to meet up and trying to ring chase, that's different. But when you are, he's not horrible by NBA standards, but by his standards, he's moving down. Obviously, he's getting up there. There's nothing wrong with it. But when you come out and say you're ring chasing and you go to a franchise that has nothing to do with anything, and you say you only have 2 more years left, so you're into your career putting all the chips on winning a championship. And if that doesn't work, you literally came out and said you were trying to get the championship. So you can't just say you're going to have fun like you would have said if you're going to Warriors, or it's for your hometown or hometown area if you're going to the Cavs. You can't say none of those things because you literally said you're going for a championship. So he's putting all his cards, all his legacy, in my opinion, not his whole legacy, but just the ending of it basically, on winning a championship. And everybody always, either they brush over MJ's career or time ending at the Wizards, but it's going to be the same thing with LeBron. I mean, we'll see. The real fans are going to brush past it, but somebody like me, I feel a little heartbroken since he left my Lakers. So I'm going to remember, and it's going to leave a little taste in my mouth, but he's still my favorite player ever. I still think he's a GOAT, but it's just, I feel like he could have ended his career on a sweeter note. I should say it like that. But that's just me, I guess, a bitter Lakers fan. WWE Unreal is a behind-the-scenes type of show on Netflix about the inner workings of the WWE. So I say type of show because I have a conspiracy theory that it's actually part of the show. And it gets on my nerves. It doesn't really get on my nerves, but when people say that it's breaking kayfabe or whatever, if you actually look at the show, I feel like it's still playing into kayfabe, and people can put on different types of stories. I feel like it's just like a side I guess show to the WWE Raw and SmackDown and NXT. So in my opinion, some of the things that have it, when I think about WWE Unreal, I think of it this way. And then you go out and watch Raw, you see people do the moves and stuff, and you see them on Unreal talking about how they called it during the match or how they were talking to each other. So when you watch both of them, you kind of get the feeling that you start to realize it really is just a show. It's not sports or anything like that. It really is just a show. So if you're going to watch a show get taped like in front of a live audience, you would see them talk through stuff, you know it's a show, but then you watch the final product and you see them acting, and it all comes together to tell a total story. And now with Unreal, that's how I'm kind of beginning to think about WWE as. And let me try to explain it more. So back when I was younger, or back in the earlier days, you didn't really get, you got no behind the scenes pretty much. You gotta, like, I remember, I love watching behind the scenes stuff. I just like watching how stuff is made, so I always wanted to find stuff about the WWE, like how they talked about the matches. I remember it was like one time I saw like a Mick Foley talking about his, I think it was like a street fight with The Rock or something. I think I saw a little bit behind the scenes. I was like, what? This is crazy. Like, I need more of it. So the fact that I can get it now on WWE Unreal just at the tip of my thumbs or whatever, you know, it's just crazy. But anyways, back to the point. Back then, you couldn't really find any behind the scenes. So they wanted everything to feel real, even though people were getting blown up in limousines or doing this and that. They wanted the action in the ring to feel like actual combat, and they kind of wanted you to think that way. Nowadays, I feel like it's more of a show, and that the combat is just them being theatrical or showing their athletic skills while also telling a story. And you are not, you're not expected to believe that the combat is really more. You're not expected to believe that somebody's actually bleeding profusely from their head, and they might actually have to go to the hospital and stay there, or they broke their arm or whatever. Like, for instance, Seth Rollins had a fake injury, so you're not expected to believe that it's horrible anymore. I think since after that, you're not expected to believe that the combat is real. They just want good stories, which they've been doing. I feel these past few years, this year's kind of slowing down with the quality of stories, but they're putting on good stories, and the athleticism is complementing it now. Whereas I feel like back then they wanted you to believe everything was real, and that was the take home. But now the take home is the product, the overall quality of product, the how grandiose everything is, and it's a show. So go in looking to be entertained and leave with a good story. And then the Unreal is kind of like some of the behind the scenes they want to show you, or you're like watching in front of a live audience and you can see how they kind of make it, but they're not going to show you everything. I don't believe they're showing everything. I believe they're painting a lot of stuff that the way it shouldn't be. But yeah, I don't get why people get so hung up and actually believe they're breaking kayfabe, or they are breaking kayfabe, but I feel like you got to think of it differently now, and we're in a different era, so everything is just different. Being a fan of a team sport really feels like self-destruction sometimes. It's like every year you go into it, depending on how your team is, like you either think you're going to make it to the championship, or you know it's going to be a rough one, or you have no chance at all, depending on what team you root for, what sport, whatever, right? But out of all 30 teams or 32 teams, only one can win the championship. So all the other 29 or all the other 31 are all at least one day in the year gonna feel excruciating pain, and it's gonna be like one of the worst days of that fan's year or whatever, right? But the thing is, we keep coming back more and more, and we just know it's gonna happen. So that's why I say it's like self-destruction. If you really think about it, being a fan of sports is really silly, because once they win the championship, it all starts over. You have, as soon as the whistle's blown for the championship game and the game is over, that championship no longer means anything, because guess what? You got to start all over. It's not like a fight. Like, it's not like boxing or fighting where you win the championship and you hold it until you lose it. No, as soon as you win the championship game, it literally starts all over. I don't know how long I've been telling people I don't like mayonnaise, but every time I eat a sandwich with mayonnaise, or like I have something with mayonnaise in, I don't know, I always say, oh, I hate mayonnaise. And it seems like people always still try to mess with me about it, and they put extra mayonnaise on myself. Like my friend, he made me a sandwich one time and put extra mayo for some reason, even though I said I didn't like mayonnaise. Or my wife purposely would make me sandwiches as well, like for work or whatever, and put extra mayo. And she told me like years later, I'm like, are you trying to like condition me to like it for some reason? I don't know. But I still ate it. And the reason is, I don't think I hate mayonnaise. I hate the color whites on condiments. And it's not even on some like little kid shit. It's just like, I don't know. The way mayonnaise looks to me, it's shiny, it's white or like yellowish. I think that's the reason I don't like it. And I'll give you another example. So ranch, I can say I despise ranch except for Wingstop ranch. I will never put Hidden Valley on anything. I hate the smell of it. I don't like the look of it. And I think it's because it's like that shiny color too. But when it comes to sour cream, I like sour cream. When it comes to like Greek yogurt, I like Greek yogurt. When you look at it, it's kind of dull. It's not shiny like mayonnaise. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm just ranting right now, but I don't know if that makes sense. But I think that's why I say I don't like mayonnaise. But when I actually do put it on a sandwich or something, I kind of like it. But ranch, I cannot despise. And I think it has all to do with the color. And I hope it's not me being like a little kid or something, but I really think that's all it is. So I just had to get that off my chest. Like, I just came to like a conclusion myself about why I've been saying I don't like mayonnaise, but I still eat it. And with ranch, the only ranch I eat is Wingstop. So I think that really hit me the other day when I was just thinking to myself, I think that's probably why. But with that, this concludes the episode. And this series I'm going to try to do every week. I'm going to focus on the stories. I still got a lot of stories to catch up on that I didn't record before I thought of the series. I'm going to try to do it weekly, and hopefully I can catch up on different topics. I'm going to be talking about NFL, WWE, NBA, and just regular stuff I see on the internet, whatever comes up or whatever rant to have. So if you like that video, please click the like button, subscribe, and come back for more. Thank you.